democracy, feeding red meat to those who hate and those who want to separate us, that we stand together, and that all of us must recognize that this will further set back our country and will not result in economic security to the middle class, and in fact will push us back further. And so I urge all of you, and particularly all of my unions that are under attack, because the unions represent the middle class, and we have to thank the unions today, because the reason why you got the weekend off is because of the labor movement.
Look at all these people being fired because
I got you. But listen, we beat him back on the Muslim ban 1, 2, and 3. So far, he hasn't had any successes. He hasn't passed any bills. And Flynn is cooperating now.
Lock him up!
Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! What? Lock him up! What? Lock him up! What? Lock him up! Lock him up! What? Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! What? Lock him up! Lock him up! So we can see through their web of lies and deceit. And so we're going to tell the truth to Americans. We're going to tell them what's in this tax bill. And we're going to tell them that it's not going to lead to economic prosperity. And we're going to take back our country very soon. And so today, we amplify our voices. Our voices will roar as thousands of feet march down Broadway, as we broaden our shoulders, and as we reach out to others, and to let them know that this is our country and we will not be tolerated, and the days of Donald Trump are numbered. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
If you're tired of Donald Trump, can you scream, please? All right. So when many of us were sleeping last night, the GOP Congress was pretty busy passing a bill that most of us couldn't even imagine, right? It's one bill that will push 10 million people, make 10 million people lose their health care. It's one bill that will cut funding to our public schools. It was one bill that will cut funding to Medicaid and Medicare. So we're here because we can't stand here. We need to kill this bill, because otherwise this bill will kill us and kill our country.
Kill the bill! Kill the bill!
Kill the, absolutely. Kill the bill. So what we have here are champions from New York and around the country, right, that are here to stand up to this bill. And up first, we have a public school teacher, a social studies teacher from Staten Island, Patrice Buffalo, and Jennifer Jones Austin, the executive director of the Federal Protestant Welfare Agencies. All right.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for coming out. I just want to speak really briefly about my experience as a teacher. I want to speak really briefly about my experience as a teacher in the DOE. There are so many students who need the support of their teachers, such as myself, and every single teacher, thank you, every single teacher, we go into our own pockets to ensure that our students have as much support as they need, whether it be buying notebooks for the students, pencils for the students, etc., etc. You cannot imagine the amount of support that our students need on a daily basis. There's so many cuts already to our budget. Many of our principals are nickeling and diming to find ways to meet the needs of the school, and when they can't, we as teachers, we stand in, because we know the end product is producing a body of students who are going to contribute to this country. I feel very strongly about this bill. I think it's important that our voices be heard, and that most important, that our representatives know that there should never be a moment where we think of cutting education. The value of education is the pinnacle of any nation. Thank you for your time.
My friends in the fight for what's right, good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Jones Austin, and I am the leader of FPWA, an organization that's focused on ensuring that we all have the income and the support needed to live stably, securely, and safely. I know that FPWA and I are not alone in this work. Ending poverty and ensuring economic opportunity and economic security for all is something that we all hold dear. Am I right? And we all know that achieving these objectives of economic opportunity for all and ending poverty, it's no easy feat. It's hard work. Well, earlier today, in the wee hours of the morning, our work got even harder because of the actions taken by the Republican-controlled Senate. Early this morning, our work got harder. As an older relative of mine used to say, not much good happens after midnight. Well, after midnight, just before 2 a.m., that relative of mine was proven right when the Senate passed its wicked and demonic bill. At the expense of people striving just to make ends meet, the Senate and the White House are taking a victory lap today. At the expense of everyday people laboring to get ahead, the Senate and the White House are claiming victory. At the expense of everyday people, potentially as many as 13 million who need but can't afford health insurance on their own, the Senate and the White House are claiming victory. And at the expense of future generations, our children and our children's children, who will be unnecessarily burdened by staggering debt, the Senate and the White House are claiming victory. All for the benefit of the top 1%, the rich, who already have more than they could ever spend. While they stand to gain, we're out here fighting for all of us who stand to lose. But we're going to claim victory today too. Do you hear me? We're going to claim victory today too. It's a different kind of victory because we're out here standing strong in the fight for what's right. We're here today on Wall Street, just steps from the New York Stock Exchange, where wealth in America trades hands among the wealthy every day. But we're here to ring the bell as an alert to those in Washington who seek to cause debilitating harm to those who are already struggling every day. Those who stand to lose more and more and more. To the people in the White House, to the Senate, the Republicans in Congress, we say, you may claim victory in the moment, but the fight is far from over. You passed the bill. You passed the bill. It's on its way to conference. But you know, the victory is not yet fully won. The fight has not yet been completely fought. So what are we going to do? We're going to say to them, the harm that you do can and will be undone. The harm that you do can and will be undone. Friends, our work is hard. It's just gotten harder. But those of us in the fight for what's right, we don't back down. As the work gets harder, our resolve grows stronger. Of this I'm certain. And one of the reasons I'm certain, one of the reasons I'm confident, is because we have here in New York City one of our nation's greatest leaders in the fight for what's right, Mayor Bill de Blasio. A leader who has made fighting against inequity and inequality the cornerstone of his administration. We know he's not backing down. Am I right? We know he's not backing down. He's only just begun. Mayor Bill Blasio.
My friends, you ready for a fight? I want to thank Jennifer Jones-Austin for her powerful voice. I want to thank Patrice Buffalo for telling us what this means for working people everywhere. Have you ever heard the phrase, laughing all the way to the bank? The CEOs in that building are going to be laughing all the way to the bank if this bill passes. The richest people in America are going to get richer if this bill passes. It makes no sense that after the Great Recession, after the great crash that hurt millions and millions of Americans, and no one was ever held responsible in that building there, that they're about to fleece us again. They're about to take away from the working people and middle class of America again. But we have a chance to stop it. And we are ready to stop it, right? We're New Yorkers. We are proud New Yorkers. We are streetwise New Yorkers. We remember things like three-card Monty. We know a scam when we see one. This is a tax scam. And it's the scam to end all scams. In broad daylight, they're taking money from working people and handing it over to the wealthy. That's what's happening here. For a decade in our nation, people of every background in every part of the country have recognized that growing inequality is destroying us. They understand it, they see it. They understand that income inequality, rampant income inequality, is un-American. It doesn't conform with our values. Well, the Trump tax plan puts income inequality on steroids. Literally, one of the biggest giveaways of wealth to the corporations and to the 1% in the history of the United States of America. That's what they are proposing. 60% of the benefits in this bill go to the top 1%. And who loses in the equation? Working people and middle-class people. This plan will hurt students. This plan will hurt anyone that has college debt. This plan will hurt seniors. It will hurt homeowners. It will hurt people with medical challenges. It will hurt the vast majority of Americans. It will hurt hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers right away who will end up being double taxed. No matter how hard they work, they'll be double taxed. And then they add insult to injury.
Yes, they do.
You actually will see, for a huge number of working class and middle class people, you'll see a tax increase right away, and then those tax increases will get worse and worse for working people. But what a surprise, the tax breaks for the corporations are permanent. Now, I want to be fair. There is only one good thing about this plan. It's one good thing. It's not law yet. And there's an obstacle to this plan. You, The people of this city, the people of this state, the people of this country who will not stand for it. Remember how many times we were told the Affordable Care Act was going to be gone, it was going to be dead, everyone was not going to have health insurance anymore, but you stood up. You said, wait, not so fast, and you saved the Affordable Care Act. You did that. Now, it's time to rise up again. It's time to get organized. It's time to reach out to people in every state of the country and say, we're not going to let this happen. Who's ready to get involved? Who's ready to get loud? If you're ready for action, I want you to do something. Go to StopTaxScam.com. StopTaxScam.com today. Every single person here and millions more can participate in stopping this evil tax plan. We can do it, but we only got a couple of weeks, my friends. We've only got a couple of weeks. And if we don't stop it, you're going to see the biggest man-made disaster hit the American economy. You're going to see people who have been struggling just to make ends meet lose ground once again. We have to be the authors of history this time. So my friends, I got a simple question. Are you going to stop this tax scam? If you're going to join in stopping, I want you to say some simple words really loud. Stop the tax scam. Let me hear you. Stop the tax scam. 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 I think they can hear you in that building. I think they can hear you at the Trump fundraiser with the millionaires and the billionaires. I think they can hear you in the halls of Congress. Don't stop fighting until we win. God bless you, brothers and sisters.